Give me 1 second. I'm just sharing the stream onto Discord. The last stream had some technical difficulties, so got an updated one. But I hope you guys are all doing good. Just deleting the old link off of Discord just so we can get started. Sorry, it's been like a while since I've live streamed. It seems like everybody else just making sure Discord's got it. Let's see. Long time I see. Rocky Ford says, "Hey, what is up? What's up, Thaddeus?" Yeah, sorry guys about the technical difficulties. It's been a while since I've streamed anything, so let's try to see if I can get a better shot. Nice. Can everyone hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. The gold words in your names. I know channel members have different names and different icons that they're allowed to use. And I know they also have specific icons next to their names, like depending on what tier of membership you have, like you get different Soul Calibur icons. I know like there's like Nightmares, like the 99 cents tier, I think. Or maybe it's Mitsurugi. I don't know. There's a couple different ones. And then you get access to like exclusive stuff. It's like the typical stuff you get for joining a channel. I do exclusive stuff sometimes, but I try not to paywall gap like people from my channel. So I usually don't do a lot of like behind paywall stuff, if you know what I mean. If that answers your question, Rocky. By the way, any of you guys that do want to join the channel, like there is a 99-cent option. It's not just like the lowest, like $4.99 that usually people do. I do have a 99-cent option because like I know a lot of people can't even afford like 99 cents. It's rough, but my character creations, Rocky. So I have like these 9% like tequila. They're like 9% like tequila things, but I'm probably not going to be like doing them unless I get like chats or something. I should probably mirror the stream. Hopefully that flipped it. I don't know why YouTube has it reversed. Does it show reverse for you guys too? I don't know. But yeah, so let's get into the thick of things. I was about to go on StreamYard actually but I hate doing StreamYard because they don't have like high definition like streams. It's like 720p, which ends up looking like garbo when you're trying to like do stuff like sharing links and whatnot. But yeah, I think this is the first time I've actually live streamed in my new house, my new place. I think the last time I live streamed was like 7 months ago in my old place. But it is good to be back. It's a little weird to jump back into the swing of things. I was like a lot better at it before. I'll get back into it as the night progresses, obviously. I'm glad to see a lot of you here. There's 9 people right now. Thank you so much. I just want to say hi to a couple people. Say what's up, Rocky. What's up, Thaddeus. What's up, Swift Gambit. Hannah Kokoro. She's one of my mods, so be nice to her. Let's see. Rocky says, even if the licensing DLC for Soul Calibur 4 ended and that you no longer could buy DLC for it anymore, would there be another way to get Darth Vader or Yoda? There is if you're playing on PC and you mod it. That's about it. Because here's the thing: is I originally played Soul Calibur 4 on Xbox 360, and I actually purchased Darth Vader at the time for Xbox 360. I no longer have Soul Calibur 4 on Xbox 360. I have Soul Calibur 4 on PS3 now, and I have no access to getting Yoda. So unless like you actually mod it, like that's the only way that you're going to be able to play as them because the licensing expired. Atherton said, I'm here to ignore the fireworks. I'm right there with you, buddy. Like, there's fireworks going off out around me, and they have been for like the past couple days, and it is annoying. Yeah, Swift. I had it at first on 360 because I don't know why. I think I had a bigger collection of 360 back when the PS3 first came out because 360 was out like a whole year before PlayStation 3 was. So like Resident Evil 5 and like all my whole library of games that I was playing at the time were originally on 360, but now I actually have most of them on PS3. I do have a huge 360 collection still, but for some reason I think I traded in Soul Calibur 4 when Soul Calibur 5 came out, but then I rebought Soul Calibur 4 for PlayStation 3. Kogoro says I have Soul Calibur 4 on PS3 and got Yoda before the license expired. Yeah, it sucks because like it's no longer LucasArts, which the game was funded by. It's now Disney, so chances of getting that license back are slim to none, especially for a small studio like Project Soul. Dark Side says your New Year resolution could be give up Soul Calibur and fighting games in general and only play single player games. First of all, no PC. I have like a $5,000 PC, Dark Side, but it's literally for work. I use it for drawing because I'm a comic book artist. If those of you don't know, I do work for all the majors. But I got a new book coming out this year called Gun Goth, by the way, with award-winning writer Mark Polton and also games designer for like Gears and stuff like that. So like there's a bunch of stuff like that. I do play a ton of single player games. I really do. Fighting games are just like fun to me, and they're kind of like my bread and butter. But it's what got me my channel. So I've tried to cover other stuff before on the channel, but every time I try to do something that's like not a fighting game, it's like doesn't really get like the reception or the viewership that I would like it to get. So I usually end up dropping it because like you guys decide that you don't want to watch that. Which is fine. That's totally fine. You guys are allowed to watch whatever you want to watch. I'm trying to see if I can mirror this webcam just because of the fact I don't want to click edit though, because I don't want to like flip this. So I'm just going to stay in this reverse Noi cram. It says in the background. I don't know. Is it reversed for you guys too? Or are you guys seeing this actually in like the right distinction? Because everything's backwards for me. Let's see. Rocky Ford says, I was going to buy Yoda on PS3 anyways because he'd be a pain in the neck to fight because he's so small. He was. His hitboxes were ridiculous. Dante was originally going to be in Soul Calibur 3, but I'm kind of glad that he is not in Soul Calibur 3 because he would be OP. They would have found a way to slightly balance him, but Soul Calibur 3 is not the most balanced of the Soul Calibur games for sure. It is definitely like more of a fun thing. Oh, I know you were kidding, Darkside. I just answer questions anyway because I don't know. It's late. I already worked like this morning, went out shopping, drove in the rain, had to move a lot of furniture. I'm honestly tired as crap, but like I'll drink if you guys want me to drink. Rocky says I finally got a PlayStation 5. Congratulations. Yeah, it's a lot of my friends who haven't gotten PS5s have been able to get them now, which is a good thing to see. I know Japan's been like blowing up with their sales lately. Swift Gambit says, Mark, what is your take on no guest characters in Soul Calibur 3? Was it good without them? Soul Calibur 3, first of all, Swift Gambit was my favorite Soul Calibur and still is my favorite Soul Calibur game of all time. There's a lot of single player content in there. There were actually supposed to be guest characters. Like was mentioned earlier, Dante from Devil May Cry 2 actually was supposed to be the tie-in guest character for that game. And then they also were supposed to have the Xenosaga characters as full guest characters, but they ended up making them and create a character just like Hwang Sung-young, who is actually a full character in the arcade version because of time constraints. Sony actually was the one that foot the bill for that game, which is why it was only on the PlayStation 2. And a lot of the license rights couldn't be acquired because they were like not approved by Sony, basically last minute. Like even though they were footing the bill for the game, I guess they didn't see a return on investment for footing the bill for those guests. So we never got them. New Year's resolution is to get PS5 and the whole Rainbow Vision Royal 3 set. I don't know what that is, but yeah, getting a PS5 shouldn't be that hard. Like literally anytime I've gone into a GameStop now, I've seen PS5s and Xbox Series X's, which is good for me because when the Series X first came out, I couldn't get one. I got a PS5 day one, but that's because I was working at GameStop at the time. And I wanted a Series X, but they only had the Series S, so I got the Series S, and I hardly play it because I want to play discs. I don't want to just do Game Pass. So even though I have Game Pass, I would like to get a Series X now they're available, and probably sell my Series S or do the dev mode and turn it into an emulation machine. But I don't really have much use for that because I still have all my old consoles, and they're all plugged in like right now. So I don't know if I want to do that. Gabe says, "Hey Mark, the friendly neighborhood Gabe has arrived. How are you?" I am doing good. I'm a little bit tired today, but hopefully I'm not too boring for the stream and I can like string you guys along. By the way, in the comment section right now on the chat, I want you guys to, I'm so used to saying comment section in the chat. Should I actually like do live streams again? Because I was live streaming like once a week, like every weekend, I think on like Sundays. Like, should I bring that back? Was that interesting to you guys? It did decent numbers when I was streaming. I just think like there's a lot more control when I do like fully edited videos and deep dives and like content like that. But I want to know what you guys think. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Gabe says, I think Tekken 8 will be the best magnum opus since Tekken 3 and Tekken 5. Tekken 5 is still my favorite Tekken game, unless you're counting Tekken Tag 1. But that's just because of nostalgia. Rocky Fortune and Bayonetta was originally going to be in Soul Calibur 5, and I'm kind of glad, I guess you were trying to say. Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed was in Soul Calibur 5 because he fits so well. Oh, yeah, Ezio was pretty good in there. I hardly ever used him, to be honest, in Soul Calibur 5. Like, I mainly used, like, the Devil Jin style. But, yeah, definitely. Atherton said that requires money I don't have. Start getting your parents to give you more money when you're helping them out on the weekends at the thing. I know, I'm just kidding with that, but, like, that's not, it's, like, something that you have to, like, honestly save for. Like, when PS5 was, like, first announced, I literally started saving immediately. Like, I put, like, a separate, like, bank account aside just for like the launch games and stuff like that. Because if you guys saw my unboxing, I spent like $1,000 like when the game first came out because I bought like an extra controller, I bought like the charging station, I bought like the camera, I bought like the 4 or 5 games. But like I already had that put aside that I didn't touch like just for that. Let's see. Michael Garcia is in the house. What is up, dude? Tekken 4 and Tekken 5 are your faves. Well, like they're like huge with me because of like I love. Let's get some music in the background, by the way. I loved the Tekken 4 style modes, and it's really a shame that they took it out of Tekken 7. I mean, I know why they did that, but I hopefully will see that a similar thing back in the next game. At least that's like my hope for it. I don't know if you guys can hear this enough, but you know what? I'm gonna get a speaker really quick. Don't mind my shorts. I'll be right back. The speaker's like right over there. Powering on. Battery is full. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Ready to pair. So I don't know if it's gonna be overpowering or good enough. Just tell me how. Because I know we usually do this, but how does that sound? Is that too loud or is that good? Atherton says, bring back the game streams as well. I'll try to if you guys want, yeah. Let's see. Gabe says, did Tekken Tag 2 fail in sales because of Harada's marketing? I don't know if it failed in sales. Like, it still sold pretty well. Gabe says, I'm getting more characters in Elite Smash and Smash Brothers Ultimate while Mario and Pikachu, I'm trying to get Kazuya in. Kazuya, I picked him up immediately. Play some Blackpink. I would love to play some, but I'm not going to play any like licensed music on the stream just because I don't want to get the stream taken down because it's monetized. So we're just going to stick with the music that I've made, which is stuff that you guys have already heard before, but it gives some nice background ambiance. Just let me know if it's too loud or too low. Like, can you hear me okay? That's like really what I want to like know about. Sounds fine for you sound-wise. Thanks, Atherton. I appreciate it. Rocky said, even that Hayashi Mishima from Tekken took Cloud Strife's place for PS2 as part of Soul Calibur 2. Hayashi as a PlayStation character made sense, though. It was a last-minute decision because like Cloud like fell through like very, very, very last minute. So I think like I mean, at the time, I hated Heihachi. I didn't even like Heihachi until like Tekken 7, to be honest. Like with his backstory being finally like given more light of day, I guess. Like they actually put time into his backstory like they never did before. So I started to actually like him, and then he died, so that's cool. Like I'm like finally I like him, but you wonder how the Tekken games would have done on the N64 as well. Well, N64, the architecture of the N64 was really meant for like 3D games. Like I know like Virtual Fighter was on there and like a version of Killer Instinct, but not many of their 2D fighters like ever took off there because the architecture around the system was just built for like 3D technology. So I know Tekken has somewhat 3D, but it's more of like a 2.5D. So I don't know with the architecture how well it will have worked. Like something like Mortal Kombat, the trilogy, which I have right back there. The Mortal Kombat trilogy didn't run that well in the N64, so I know there was like architecture problems with that. So I don't know how well it would have done. Plus, it doesn't really have like a background with Nintendo at all. So I don't think it would have really blown up too much. Soul Calibur proved that too, because like to be honest, the least selling of the Soul Calibur 2 games was the Link version, the GameCube version. I know that the PS2 version and the Xbox Spawn version actually outsold it, which is really weird because I don't know why that. I guess more people had PS2s at the time, or it was a newer technology, so they were more interested in the PS2. That could be like one reason for that, but I don't know. I don't like have definitive answers for that, but I'm not sure how well it would have done. Turn this down a bit. I'm going to be able to hear myself talk. But how are your New Year's going so far? Rocky says Soul Calibur 7 would take place around the new timeline of Soul Calibur 2 and 3. It would be cool if Necker came back. All right, Rocky, I've explained this. I know I've explained this to you before, but I'm going to explain this one more time, okay? So pay attention. Yes, Soul Calibur 7 is going to be set somewhat in the time period that in the past timeline Soul Calibur 3 happened to take place. Because we're already in Soul Calibur 2's timeline if you're following Lever of Souls and Soul Calibur 6. We've already passed that time period. The reason for the reboot, the reason that they started back from Soul Edge and just like did what they wanted to keep from Soul Calibur and move it forward is because they're changing the entire story and the entire dynamic. Furthermore, Neckard wouldn't come back because he's a guest character. He's not owned by Bandai Namco. He's owned by Tom McFarlane. First of all, he was only a 2-4 with Spawn. He was a created character. It was one of the reasons that Tom McFarlane let them use Spawn is because he wanted to create a character for their series, for the game, his own original character, and they allowed him to do that, which is why we got Spawn. But we're not going to be seeing any repeats of the story beats that we did before. Like, if you want to see those same repeats of story beats that we have in the past, like I always say, just play the older games. That's the best, most efficient way you're going to get it. Otherwise, they're not going to retread past story beats because they know that they're either going to screw it up with people that actually liked it, or they're going to write themselves into another hole like they did with Soul Calibur 5. So just be happy that the reboot happened and turned out as well as it did, because I'm actually pretty pleased with the story thus far and where it's going in 7. Daniel Ramsey says it's not the new year over here in Cali yet, but it will. Yeah, I am on the East Coast, so I am 3 hours before you. I know that I have a couple like members and stuff that are in California. But yeah, you guys are pretty far away. We're like 40 minutes away from the new year, but you guys are like 3 hours and 40 minutes away, or 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. But yeah, time zones are weird. Like I wish that like I can do that, but like for example, I know my mom is probably watching in Korea. So 안녕엄마 사랑해요. So if she usually watches my live streams in Korea, and like it's already New Year's Day there because they're like 14 hours ahead of us or something like that. So it's actually like 2 p.m. ish on January 1st already in Korea. So like time zones are weird. I try to do it like just for midnight for me, just so it's easier. By the way, guys, I see 9 people in here. Thank you if you've just joined in. If you please like the stream, that would really help me out a lot. Yeah. I am doing super chats for... I'm going to drink a little bit just to say hi and Happy New Year's to you guys anyway. Hi, guys. I love you, Yoon-Fam. Stuff is strong for like a seltzer water, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Thaddeus said, Mark, the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 the game did sell the most. I remember being considered a coup. And also just checked another person checking California, Los Angeles. All right, yeah, Thaddeus. Yeah, there's a ton of people in LA that watch me, so I appreciate all you guys. And yeah, Happy New Year to you guys upcoming. And thank you for taking part in the stream. If it's anything, it's a good thing. It's like maybe like you guys are still early for parties, so at least you can come in and check with me for a little bit and celebrate before you go get your own thing going on. The reason that the GameCube version sold the most, and the reason that they were like not too disappointed with Cloud leaving and just putting in Heihachi, is simply because PS2 sold a ton. There were a ton of households that had PS2s. So whether or not somebody wanted to play Soul Calibur 2 or not wasn't up to what console they had. But Nintendo was not happy at all with how poorly the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 sold, which prompted them to have an argument kind of thing behind the scenes about like not letting them to use like their licensed characters anymore in their games, which frustrated Project Soul and Bandai Namco and their investors so much to the point that that's what prompted their actual interview answer when they said that they are no longer going to use console exclusive guest characters. That's what brought that apart, is because they split the player base between 3 different consoles with exclusive characters, and then when you lose the rights to those characters, they can't make a definitive version of that game. Like when the PS3 came out and they wanted to actually make an online version of Soul Calibur 2, they reached out to Nintendo and they weren't allowed to use Link, so hence that's why you only get Spawn and Heihachi in that, and Necrid. So yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people are like, well, when do you think Soul Calibur is coming to Switch? And I was like, it's not going to come to Switch. First of all, the Switch is not powerful enough to handle Soul Calibur 6. And second of all, I don't know if Nintendo will allow it on there because there was like weird stuff that happened with them before in the past. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see. I'd like to see MK12 more past characters, like the descendants of those characters. Yeah, but I think Mortal Kombat 12 is actually like a reboot, isn't it? Because in the end, spoiler alert, in the end of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Liu Kang becomes the new Elder God and takes over for Raiden, and I believe he recreated everything and chose a new champion in his stead to be the new champion, and I believe it's like Kung Lao's like ancestor. Like, his name is still Kung Lao, but it's like Great Kung Lao or something like that. I think it's like the original Kung Lao. So, they're rebooting too, but that's nothing new with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat reboots like every like 3 games, and that's been done since like forever. They had like Mortal Kombat 1 through 3, and then Ultimate. Then they had the 3D era. Then like Mortal Kombat 9 through 10, 9 to 11, and like now it's time for a new reboot. Tekken Tag 1 arcade or console. I actually played Tekken Tag 1 a lot in the arcade, but obviously I mained it on PS2. Like that was just like. I still have it on. I still have Tekken Tag Hybrid, which is the PS3 HD online version of Tekken Tag, which not a lot of people know about because they named it some weird thing. It's Tekken Hybrid. So Tekken Hybrid is the HD online version of Tekken Tag 1, and then including like being online bowling. And then it also has the movie Tekken Blood Resurrection, I think it was called, that like CGI animated movie that they came out with. And then it also has a special demo for Tekken Tag Tournament 2, because this game was made in promotion of Tekken Tag 2. But it has Devil Jin version 2 and Devil Kazuya version 2, and that's the only game that they were recently playable in, except now Kazuya has his level 2 in his final Smash in Smash Brothers. So I thought that was awesome. Which means that like that's why we're probably going to go for more mastered versions of the Devil Jin and Devil Kazuya version 2s in Tekken 8, which I'm super looking forward to. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, and if anybody wants to check out your project, like they can definitely check it out on the Discord, which is in the link. There's a link in the description box. For Tekken 8, they add character creation, which you can create your own character. I don't think Tekken will do character creation. I don't think they'll waste the money on it. Like, they have a working formula. I honestly don't think they'll do it. Like, unless they feel like Street Fighter is going to be competition to them and they want to like push that envelope, like then. But I don't know. It would be a hard sell for Bandai Namco to let them actually have extra money to put a lot of effort into that, and it's coming out this year, so I doubt it's going to have character creation. Soul Calibur 7, Huang and Hong should both be in the game. I mean, yeah, Hong was in the data for season 3, so I don't see why he's not going to be in there. I really don't. Rocky says Kung Lao is basically the Krillin of Mortal Kombat. I mean, Krillin's like technically the strongest human on Earth, unless you're counting like Tien Shin Han. But I technically think that Krillin is the strongest like non-mystic human on Earth, which is weird to say non-mystic because he does like ki blasts. But Tekken Bloodlines Heihachi sounds like a coup from Samurai Jack. Was that the name of it? No, Bloodlines was the anime. I'm sorry, on Netflix. Excited to see Xiaoyu and Huarong in Tekken 8. Yeah, of course. Of course. Gabe says, Soul Calibur is the only Bandai Namco IP to use character creation. That is true, and it is one of the only ones that it's known for. So if they all started doing it, there'd be too much competition for Soul Calibur, and I feel like it would lose a lot of the appeal that it has. I know like a lot of the people that don't mess with Soul Calibur really don't mess with Soul Calibur, but like half of the community is there literally because of character creation. So I don't want to see Soul Calibur tank in sales, period. So let's just keep focusing on that. Hooker says, I also want to see June beat up Lily for treating Asuka poorly in Tekken 8. I honestly didn't like follow their storyline too much. Like, I was too caught up in the whole Mishima Zaibatsu debacle. So, and I'm not really a big Lily fan anyway, so I really didn't care. I do like Jun Kazama though, and Asuka. Thanks again for being here, guys, by the way. I was originally going to do this on Streamlabs, and I had some stuff to show you. Like, I wanted to show you my summons for that I did on King of Fighters for the Soul Calibur characters. I'm not going to tell you who or if I pulled anybody, because I'm actually going to make a separate video for that. That might be on Monday. But, yeah, I was going to do a bunch of stuff like that, but we're still going to have a good time. I'm probably going to stick around until, like, let's say 12:15, 12:30 at the latest. So you got me for a good like hour-ish. Paul Phoenix will not be a joke. Paul Phoenix is never a joke. Like, he has joke endings in arcades sometimes, but he's not really a joke character. He's not like Mokujin or like like Kuma, you know what I mean? Soul Calibur 7 guest characters would be great choice. Jinsakai. Jinsakai won't be in there because he is a PlayStation exclusive, so he won't be in there. Zach from Final Fantasy also would not be in there because he is also PlayStation exclusive. Clyde from Final Fantasy also will not be in there. And Genji from Overwatch, maybe, but is Genji the main character from Overwatch? Because like they only use main characters. June/Unknown in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on hard was a chore. Yeah, but none were as hard, Swift, as the original Seth from Vanilla Street Fighter 4. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you remember that, but like when that game first came out, like vanilla version, in order to like unlock Goken and Akuma, you had to get like 3 first attacks, you had to get 3 perfect matches. You couldn't lose at all, and then like you had to still beat like Seth like in order to have the chance to unlock Goken or Akuma, and that was insane because original Seth was just like a spam machine. Like he would just constantly spam Guile's Sonic Booms and then into Chun-Li's like her kick. It was insane. You think Genji might be the main character? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Overwatch, like, so I'm sorry about that. So I know that Sakurai is very hesitant on adding side characters in Super Smash Brothers. I mean, Nintendo can do whatever they want because they got Nintendo money. That's another thing that Soul Calibur doesn't have. Have I played Legendary Souls on Soul Calibur 5? I've played literally every single part of Soul Calibur 5. What's my thoughts on Hong? On Yoon Song? Nora Venant. Sorry if I butchered that name. I I think Hong's going to be in it. I think Hong is definitely going to be in it. I'm not. The thing is, like, I've said this before, like in an old video, but the reason I think Hong is definitely going to be in it, it's not just because of the data files that were in for Soul Calibur Season 3, but because they changed Hwang Sung-young so much from how he used to be. Hong could slide in there and still be similar to what he was before and be a totally different character from Hwang. So I think Hong and Hwang could definitely both be in there, but their like relationship dynamics have changed a little bit because like Yoon-Song used to be like the kind of like love interest for Mina, but now that Hwang's like kind of got the love interest with like Song, I think that like Yoon-Song is probably just going to be in there as like the buddy. You know what I mean? So hopefully he's got a better story. I think Rock, they're going to have to change his backstory. They might have to give him a new backstory because I don't know if that will be able to be played like nowadays. And Aeon will definitely come back. Like there's definitely going to be a Lizard Man back in the game again. That's for sure. Yeah, I played every part of Soul Calibur 5 and 6 also. Like I played 5 a lot. Mainly because the character creation was so good in 5, but unfortunately, some rest parts of the game were not that good. But especially the story was awful. You felt more chemistry with Talam and Young-Song? Maybe. I mean, I kind of did, but that was more of a buddy thing too. That's the thing about like Hong is he's usually not like Hong's one of those characters. He's not like on his own. He's usually like with a group of people. And whenever Soul Calibur makes groups of people for like the narrative, they don't focus on the individual character too much. That's usually in like their Soul Chronicles. But like when they're all in a group together, they literally just focus on the group's like, I guess, dynamic of the group, not like the individual dynamic between them. That's why I like they focus so hard on like Song. On Sung Mina and like Hwang Sung-young and their relationship in this one, like their budding relationship, because like I thought it was a much better play than it was in previous games. Edgemaster is the hardest boss in Legendary Souls. He is so fast, and the only way to beat him is to block and quick step. I don't remember. I haven't played 5 in forever. Like I think the last time I played 5 was. I did play it this year once, but it was just to mess around in character creation. Before then, the last time I actually seriously played 5 was probably before Soul Calibur 6 came out, because I was recording like gameplay content upcoming to talk about 6. So I don't know. I'm still waiting to see like some of the usuals in here. I know like a lot of them, like I think Dave's at like a party or something. I love all Hannah, my mods over here. Like, oh, that was a Happy New Year from what? Capcom? That was a nice thing. Let's see. Soul Calibur 3 used button presses in Tales of Souls cutscenes, and that might be the only time they were used. Yeah, the quick time event things. Like, I kind of hate them because like whenever I go back to play 3, I forget they're there, and then I always get that stupid gear falling on me when you're going up to like Zosolamel's level. Like, I always forget that it's there. Guts from Berserk could be in Soul Calibur 7, but I'm not sure if it'll happen or not. No, because unfortunately Guts is not that relevant, especially because the manga's like it's going to finish according to the notes of the creator that sadly passed, but I don't know when that's going to be done. And like I said, they usually take people from other games that are upcoming, not like anime series or something like that. And the last time that Berserk had a game was that Koei Tecmo game, Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, which actually is a really good game, but that came out a few years ago, so it's not really relevant enough unless there's a new stuff coming out. I'm hoping for a new Bleach game, obviously, because the 1,000 Year Blood War arc has been killing it. Uranian Zach says, hi, I recently found you, so this is my first time finding you live. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, I used to go live all the time, but for those of you who don't know, like I bought a house and I moved like about 7 months ago. So I've still been like in the trial and error stuff of like getting the house set up and like all that stupid stuff. So I haven't had time to go online and go live. I haven't drawn anything since then either. So I've just been making videos once a week. I used to make videos every day, but I'll be coming back to a lot of that stuff soon. Hannah, you need to be in the stream. why are you on here posting stuff in Discord? I need my mod in the stream. Okay, I'm curious. What is your favorite character in the Soul Calibur series? Hwang Sung-kyung has always been my favorite character and will always be my favorite character. Besides him, I'm also a really big fan of Cervantes and Mitsurugi. And Taki's up there too. I'm a big fan of Taki. Have you ever played My Hero Academia 1's Justice 2? Yeah, I played both of them. I have them both on PS4. It said, funny you mentioned Kotekmo because I'm currently playing Dynasty Warriors. I play Dynasty Warriors a lot. Actually, when I really stick to Dynasty Warriors, though, I usually play Warriors Orochi is like my favorite iteration of it. But I also, because it's got the Samurai Warriors and the Dynasty Warriors characters in there. But I really play the Empire series a lot because you like create all your characters and like every aspect of that game is surrounding you. So I love the Empire series. I'd like to see another SNK character in Soul Calibur. I mean, like, I think the one that would be the most beneficial for both would be Mai Shiranui. Like, I know she was just in Dead or Alive, like, 5 and 6, but she uses a weapon, so we can have a chance to have a new weapon style in the game, those fans. And, I mean, she's fan servicey, and she's a cool character, so I think it'll really lend itself well to Soul Calibur. Maybe Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach would be a guest character for Soul Calibur 7, but probably not. You're right. Probably not. Like, they usually don't use anime characters like that. I mean, I'm never saying no, but, like, I can't see them putting Ichigo in there. I've created Ichigo in every version of Soul Calibur since Soul Calibur 3, so I guess he's kind of been in there. But officially, no. I just want to show pictures on Discord as I can't show them here. Yeah, I mean, if I would let you be able to show them if I was doing this on Streamlabs, but like I said before, at least I could do this in 1080p, and Streamlabs only allow me for 720. So I'd rather have a more high quality stream than show pictures and clips and stuff. I mean, I can do that here too. I just got to get like I'd have to like plug it in through my my streaming software, my Streamlabs OBS. I keep saying Streamlabs. I meant StreamYard, but yeah, I have Streamlabs OBS, but like I don't want to like open that right now because I have to like connect my PlayStation to it and stuff, and it's a little annoying. You'd love Mai Shiranui in Soul Calibur 7? Yeah, I think she would be a good choice. Hannah agrees too. Yeah. I think she'd be a real good choice. Ryu Hayabusa would be awesome. Also, that's a possibility since, like, I know they are rebooting, like, Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, so that's a possibility. But, I don't know. Because Team Ninja might actually think of Soul Calibur as too much competition. Like, they're real similar in terms of combat style and, like, 3D arena open, like, traversal. Like, I know they had Halmaru from Samurai Showdown, but Samurai Showdown's not really, like, a one-to-one with Soul Calibur, you know what I mean? Because it's, like, a kind of like a 2D arena fighter. Funny you're mentioning Empires because I'm playing Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. I think the last one that I played was 8. I think I have 8 still, but, like, I have yet to play 9 yet. I heard some mixed things about it. I definitely still want to pick it up, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Marie Rose for Soul Calibur for the weebs. Do people even like Marie Rose? I don't know. I don't like lolly characters. I'm not into the lolly characters. I wish it was easier for me to show pics here, but there's like a lot of I literally have to go through OBS for that. I think my favorite Dynasty Warriors is 4 or 8. I think Warriors Orochi 3 is my favorite. She's massively popular in Japan. Say it ain't so. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Who cares? You know, we need Necro for Soul Calibur 7, blah, blah, blah. I have not played Soul Calibur 2. Okay, so you weren't here when I was already saying Necrod's not owned by Bandai Namco. It was technically a guest character because he's owned by Tom McFarlane, the creator of Spawn. And they wanted Spawn for the game, but he said he would put Spawn in the game and allow them to do it if he was allowed to have his own character in the game, which is how he created Necrod. Necrod's never been seen for or since, not even in the Spawn comics, and Tom McFarlane probably doesn't care about that because he's on doing his own thing, so I doubt we'll ever see Necrod again, except for like the HD online that was on PS3. Your DOA main is Helena. I usually do a tag team with like Kasumi and Ayane. I'm pretty vanilla, but they have really good like tag combinations together. Hanoka is also popular with Japanese fans, but I find her underwhelming aside from her moveset. I like Hanoka, but she's just like too new for me to have like any kind of like validated opinion on. Like I got to give her time. Like she's too new to the series for me to. I mean, Li Feng's awesome though. I like Li Feng. Nine post patches is fun. You're saying? Sorry, I just saw that. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out at some point, like I said, but I just haven't had a chance to as of yet. Dude, I have such a backlog of games. It's like not even funny. Like that's the one thing about being an adult that sucks. I mean, that first part of your sentence right there is like the main reason why I like her. So, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I try to forget like DOA 6. Like I own the game. I have the special edition. I have the metal case. But like honestly, whenever I want to play Dead or Alive, I go back to 5 last round, or I play 2 Ultimate. That's just how it is. Yeah, Taki's awesome. I see you got some Marvel merch back there. Are you ready for the next Spider-Man game? I'm betting you are. Hell yeah, dude. Like, I don't know if you can tell from like the figures up there, but like I'm a huge like Venom and Symbiote fan, so definitely. I mean, I got a lot of stuff over there. I got like, if I move out of the way, I got like tons of Dragon Ball stuff. Like, Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite. I got a ton of comics back there too. They're like all behind the fronted issues. There's just some of my favorite issues, so I have them there. I don't know if I ever show like too much of these. I know if like you go on my community channel or on the Discord, I have pictures of all the stuff that's back there. I would like show you with the camera, but the camera's like mounted to the TV. It's not like a removable camera. Well, it is removable. It's just on the clip right now. DOA 6 is garbage. You're a Doc Ock fan? I mean, that's respectable. He probably had one of the best alternate versions of Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man was awesome. Guest characters for Soul Calibur 7 are a little hard to guess at the moment. It depends on what games are releasing at that time frame. Exactly. That's why I haven't made any videos on that yet. I just said of like who I would want. I could definitely see Soul Bad Guy and Soul Calibur. Yes, I could. Only thing with that is like Strive has been out for a while now, so unless like they get like a really big patch with like a lot of new characters or something, I can't see them promoting Guilty Gear at the moment. It's bizarre to me that Noctis was a Tekken guest character, not Soul Calibur. He was supposed to be in there. Noctis Kellum was supposed to be in Soul Calibur, and for some reason Tekken wanted him last minute, and Harada's got more money to throw around, so they got him instead. Yeah, I think like 2B was supposed to be a guest character for Tekken, and Noctis was supposed to be for Soul Calibur, but they flip-flopped them. Which I'm not going to be mad about because 2B plays awesomely in Soul Calibur, and she adds that futuristicness to it. If you want to create a character that's like not old-timey, you have an option. So I'm definitely not hating on that. 10 minutes here, guys, until the new year. Yeah, Kokoro. I'm not really big on like on representation in any medium. It's never been a cup of tea for me. I've never chose my favorite characters based on like who represented me or how I saw myself on screen. I've always just liked who I like based on like who they are and like how they are. So I know for you it's probably a bigger deal, but for me it's never been a big deal. But like I really have no room to complain because I see myself all over the place, I guess. Let's see. I relate more to characters based on their personalities that are closely imbue traits that I like or even sometimes don't like because I love like anti-heroes and villains a lot too. 2B is Bae. Yeah, she is. Still baffles me that in 8 games we haven't had dedicated fan user in Soul Calibur. I know, man. That's why I'm trying to say get Mai Shiranui in there. And like SNK characters are one of those things that like you can put them in other games. Like, I mean, look how many SNK characters are in Dead or Alive 5 last round. There's like what? There's like Jackie, there's Sarah, there's Mai. Like, it's almost like an SNK versus DOA game. So like, I think they could probably take someone like Mai and put her in Soul Calibur semi-permanently, or at least on an updated regular basis. I don't think it'd be too hard to renew that license. It's more of getting diversity, and fighting games are known for diverse characters. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. They're already known for that. That's why I don't like really push for anything. Like, I let other people do that. Like, that's not my fight to fight. So I'm not gonna like for example, Korean characters, and I made a whole video on this before. Korean characters have always been like completely misrepresented by Japanese publishers when they put them in their own games, and like I do get mad and upset about it, but like I never make a big thing about it because I understand their culture and their like ties to South Korea and like their history, and I know why they're seen that way, usually as like villains and stuff, which is really weird. Even in like Yakuza 7, the representation of like the Korean gang is like way off base, but you know what I mean? Like, we pick and choose our battles, and I choose not to like fight battles that are either going to be won eventually anyway without me being stressed. Because like as I get older, my biggest thing is like not being stressed. Like, I already got to deal with a ton of stuff at work. I already have like a ton of stuff with the comics. Like, I get new stresses when it comes to like YouTube. Like, I've been married for like 12 years, and like I'm a new homeowner now in a totally state that I've never lived in before. So I have enough stress in my life that I try to keep everything just like mid. You know what I mean? I don't want to like pop off on anything anymore. Like, I'm not a debater anymore. I don't like do any of that stuff. I just like stick to my own. I let other people do that stuff. Virtual Fighter is Sega, not SNK. Yeah. Oh, I was saying Virtual Fighter. I'm sorry. Yeah, I messed up. But yeah, you know what I was saying though. Sega's another thing. Sega is just a publisher now. They're not like a producer anymore. Or somebody just left. They were like, "How dare you mess up?" Like, I'm human, bro. It's late. I'm tired. Soul Calibur 6 had some hella good story beats, and I hope they're expanded on. I watched Cassandra's story mode last night, and it was so good. Yeah, so if you definitely want a good story, you should definitely get the Season 2 character packs and play the Soul Chronicles, because like it sets up the entire story for Soul Calibur 7. Oh, it was you? How dare you? Imagine Yakuza and Tekken. I don't know. See, Tekken's already got like so much representation of itself. Like, I don't know if I would want to see like I would want to see like Kazuma Kiryu in like Tekken or Soul Calibur. I'd actually rather him be in Soul Calibur, so we had like a bare-fisted brawler and not just a weapon. So that way, if we want to create characters that actually don't use weapons, like, we can use that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be Kiryu. They would probably want to put like the new guy in. I forget. I'm blanking on his name, even though I beat the entire game twice. And I do like him a lot more than I thought I was going to. Not Majima. Well, yeah, you know they're not going to use bad guys though. It's only going to be Kiryu. Ichiban, yeah. I forgot that because Ichi is like number 1, right? I mean, he's an anti guy. He's not a good guy. He's like always playing like I say Kazuya, Kiryu's like rival or whatever. And he's got an eye patch. You know, no good character patches. That's just how it is. I don't write the rules. I just play the game. I know you're like a big Majima stan, so I'm like brimming from ear to ear, like saying this, but I just got so pink. I feel like a beluga whale, like a baby beluga whale. By the way, you know that like how much I care about you guys because I am dying in here. It's like 90 degrees because I have none of my fans and the AC doesn't really reach back here too well. And I'm wearing a hoodie. So, oh, and if you don't know, I'm in Florida. So like it's super hot here. It's like 80 degrees like at nighttime. Like I know you guys like dying in like 10-degree, like freezing cold. But listen, I spent most of my life in New Jersey and New York City. So I feel you. I really, really feel for you. But I'm dying of heat stroke right now. The Yakuza creator said that he won't put Kiryu in Tekken because he doesn't want him fighting women. He's been asked by fans. So he's not about equality then. If a girl's gonna step up to him and smack him, put her down. That's true equality. What am I like? I'm gonna get arrested by the Romanian officials. They're gonna brand me the next Andrew Tate, I guess. I'm gonna have like a whole a whole ring in my basement of like girls that like were supposed to be like my girlfriends, and I made them work for a living. I'm just playing, by the way. These are all jokes. Like, I do not think those things. I'm much cuter than a beluga whale. Thank you. I disagree, but thank you. Atherin said, I would love a ranged style character like Green Arrow from Injustice and Soul Calibur because I got some Joy Archer characters I would love to make. Yeah, I mean, I would see them more actually making a new character for a bow type or an archer than like putting someone like Green Arrow in there. I don't think you would have any chance at all, but I would like to see a bow. That'd be nice. I could see Hinata Wakabe from Rival Schools to be in Street Fighter 6. Maybe. I mean, what's the last time they had? Didn't they have somebody from Rival Schools in the last season from Street Fighter 5? The last thing I purchased for Street Fighter was the Champion Edition. I didn't buy the last DLC pack, but I thought there was a Rival Schools girl in there. They should put like cool fight modes in the new Soul Calibur games like they did in some of the Soul Calibur series. I think it would be amazing. I would like to see Tag. The only time we got Tag was in like Towers in Soul Calibur 4. And I would like to see like arena destruction stuff. I mean, you can see arena stuff like area level stuff because you just have to play Libra Souls. Happy New Year to you, Dante Hallowed Grounds. Thank you for joining the stream. It's a cat in a box. The girlies are going to beat up Kiryu. Yeah, right? They'll just beat him up. He's just like going to throw adopted children at them. That's his special. He just like has a bag with like adopted children and just like throws orphans at people. That's what finishes them off. Akira from Rival Schools was in Street Fighter 5 last season. Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Akira Kazama. Right, I agree. I don't need to be agreed with, but I appreciate it anyway. How are you guys doing, though? You feeling this? We got 4 minutes until the new year. 4 minutes. I think I might have to chug this disgusting cocktail just to ring in the new year. This is called Blue Crush. It is, it's, okay, so it's like seltzer water, alcoholic, because I like stopped drinking beer and liquor for a while, just like because I'm trying to lose weight. This is a premium mixed drink made with vodka, gin, rum, tequila, and blue Chirico liqueur and natural artificial flavors. So it's like got a ton of alcohol in here. You can see it if you're not a sponsor, but sponsor me if you want. Like I said, it's like 9%. It's crazy. Is Akira Kazama related to Jin Kazama? No, just Kazama is a very famous, like a very well-used Japanese name. It's like Lee. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of like Lees in Korea, but it's pronounced E. There's a lot of Lees in China, so it's just like it's like one of those like family names in Japan that just goes back like a really far way. Got 2 minutes. Is that really the right time, or is that running fast? Because I don't know if I trust my MacBook. No, my phone says 11:58 as well. So we were almost there. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you ringing in the new year with me. I really do. What if there was a Virtual Fighter guest character in any of the mentioned games? Well, like we were talking about before, there's Virtual Fighter characters galore in Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. No, thank you for being here. Without you, there wouldn't be a room here. Listen, I don't want to give my takes on Virtual Fighter because like everyone's gonna leave the room. Like I've never really been like a big fan of it. I even paid for the DLC of 5, but like I was mad that I did because all the DLC for 5 was literally stuff that was already in the original version of 5 on PS2. And I just don't like the way it fights and plays. I'm sorry. It's way too slow for my taste. Like my favorite fighting engines, like for fighting games, is probably Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur and Tekken. Like, I think they're the most fluid, especially like Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur. Minus like quarter circle forward games, because like I do love me some Dragon Ball Fighters and Street Fighter and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying in terms of like my personal taste of how I like to play fighting games, Dead or Alive is really fluid, and especially when they introduce the counter system. I don't know. I just really like it. But I've been playing all of them since like their very first game, so some of them have been better than others, but I don't like fighting games, you know? It is what it is. But like I said before, I play a ton of other stuff besides fighting games. I just like don't show it often. But sometimes I do, but then they get a lot lower numbers. Because I think I streamed a story mode for Demon Slayer when that first came out for Hinokami Chronicles, and I also streamed Cyberpunk 2077. I also streamed Scarlet Nexus. I streamed Destiny. Like, I streamed a bunch of that stuff, but the numbers, I never get nowhere near the numbers that I do for fighting games. I mean, numbers aren't everything, right? But, oh, by the way, Happy New Year's, guys. Happy 2020 freaking 3. It is 2023, at least for me. I know some of you Californians, you'll be there in like 2-3 hours. But for me, it is 2023. Another year of me feeling old. So this is for you guys. Happy New Year. What's up? This is for you guys. This is practically full. I'm going to down the whole thing. So don't like yell at me if I like burp super loud, because this is like straight up carbonation. Let's go. Happy New Year. Excuse me. My wife is going to kill me because she's probably watching the stream and she hates when I burp on stream. 여보, 죄송합니다. 실례합니다. Lord Blazefire 1985 says, I got non-alcoholic wine instead because I don't drink on Sundays. I drink on whenever I feel like it. I probably know why. You're in the chat all the time, but we'll just say that water was turned into wine, brother. So who cares? Time flies. Hope you have great goals coming forward. I think this year I'm stopping with the New Year's resolutions. I'm just going to be the best version of myself that I possibly can. Because whenever I make New Year's resolutions, I never attain them because I'm like trying so hard to attain them. So I'm just going to like literally just do my best to go on an upwards trajectory. What I will tell you, though, that this year did bring me that was really awesome is a lot of you guys have been on my channel for years, right? A lot of you that are like newer to the channel don't know that I've been doing YouTube for over 5 years. Like, it's been like almost 6 years. Oh my God, it's been so long. But anyway, it took 4 years, 4.5 years actually, for me to get to 1,000 subs, which was last December when Hwang Sung-kyung was announced as a season 2 guest character. That's literally when I got monetized and partnered with YouTube. Was last year in December when Hwang Sung-kyung was announced. Since then, it literally took me 4 years to get to 1,000 subs. Since then, in 1 year, I've gotten 650 subs this year, which doesn't sound like a lot to every other streamer because like, or YouTuber, because like they gain that and lose that like whenever. But for me, it's a huge deal. And I'm like super thankful and happy for it. For every single one of the people that like subscribed to the channel for a little bit and then didn't like it and unsubscribed, or like the people that stayed with me the whole time, the ones that are on the Discord that chat with me every day, you know. I'm just super thankful for you guys. Yo, it might take me 50 years. Don't ever say that. Lord Blaze Bus, not the Yoda. Never try, only do. Trying is the next step towards failure. Yeah, just like, yeah, there is a Discord. If you go into the description box of this video or any of my videos, you'll see a direct link that's an invite to the Discord. It's not behind a paywall. It's free. I'm not Andrew Tate. I'm not charging people $50 to join my Discord. It's completely free. And we don't just talk about like fighting games on there. There's a ton of tabs on the side that you can talk about anything. There's like collecting where we show like off the stuff we get. There's like Dragon Ball sides to it, because I don't know if a lot of you guys know that when I first started YouTube, I was a Dragon Ball YouTuber. I've done collaborations with people like Rhyme Style. I talk to Geekdom like a lot. Like he lives in my state, so we talk a lot. But not recently though. I haven't talked to him in a while. But he's doing his thing. Maybe we'll hang out soon and I'll stream it. I don't know. But yes, there is a Discord, so you can find that in a link to the description box down below. Are you subscribed? Urani Zach or Urani Zach? Don't mind me sliding in there. No, go ahead. Are you subscribed to the channel by any chance? Just asking. And if so, how long have you been subscribed? I'm just curious as to know of how long, like what videos you've seen or whatever. Because there's a plethora. I think there's like almost like 700 videos on there on the channel or something like that, and a plethora of live streams too. And it is freaking hot here. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 and 2 are still solid games today. Yeah, I mean, I mainly play Infinite World because it's the best of the Budokai series. Happy New Year, Hannah. But yeah, I mainly play Infinite World still on my PS2, but I have all of them. Like I have 1, 2, and 3. I got like a pajama shirt underneath here, so I don't really want to take it off. I have like a Toy Story shirt. I'm looking forward to Tekken 8, Soul Calibur 7, and Like a Dragon. Ishin, is that DLC for 7? But yeah, Swift Game. If you're talking about my favorite Dragon Ball games of all time, it is like let's see. Oh, is Ishin like a completely new game? I'm down. I just send me a link in the Discord, like if there's like a trailer for it or something, or like a news article, because I want to check it out. I'm definitely subbed, but I couldn't tell you how long ago. I also go through video binges where I watch like 5 or so videos in a row, so I have no clue. That's well played. That's fine. Hardest video game you ever played? Okay, so gaming is a spectrum. So when I was a kid, no, I know Yakuza Like a Dragon. I own 7. I own Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm talking about like Ishin. I don't know what that is. Like, I own Yakuza Like a 7. Like, I have the PS5 version. But, so back to your question. Back in the day, games were a lot different, but I had a lot more time and a lot more energy to devote to them. So, like, I think the hardest game back in the day that I had to play, I would probably say was, like, maybe, like, the Contra series or something like that. Just a lot of those, like, shooters were, like, super hard to get the timing down right. I'm talking about now. There's games I've literally dropped because like they were too hard for me to like get into. Like I probably would be able to do fine with them if I put in enough time, but like I have to be very picky and choosy with like which games I play because of time constraints. So let's see. I have to probably say I haven't played Elden Ring yet, so I can't speak to that. But what's the Neo? I think I played Neo 1, and like I kept dying on like those first couple goblins in like the first level, and I was like, bruh, like I don't got time to like learn all this stuff. And I bought Neo 2 also. Like I literally bought him, and then I'm like, I don't even play them, and I'm like, I got to get into them because I really like the lore and like how like the character designs are and the character creation is pretty epic. But like those games are freaking hard. You miss playing Viola from Soul Calibur 5, so hopefully Amy turns into her soon. Amy will be Viola in 7. Like, if you played Amy's Soul Chronicle in Soul Calibur 6, her Soul Calibur actually shows a hint of Viola in the orb from Aswell. I actually have a video on that, so you can go on my channel in the backlog and check it out. Like, I definitely made a video on it. Let's see. Wulong Fallen Destiny, play like, oh, is that new like Chinese like Legends of the Monkey King game? I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that. I might get it. I'm more looking forward to that like new Korean game that's coming out for PS5, the Stellar or something. I forget what it's called. Stellar Blade or something like that. The hardest game I ever played goes to Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I haven't played it. I played Ghosts and Goblins. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'll have to look it up. Neo 2 is slap. Yeah, Neo 2 does have the best character creation, like hands down. If Soul Calibur ever touched anywhere near what Neo 2 can do, like it would like win every award. Your hardest game is Bloodborne and Cuphead. Yeah, Bloodborne was another one that I dropped. So pretty much any Souls game I just drop now because I don't have time to learn the enemy's movesets. Except for what was the anime-esque Souls one? I don't know why I'm blanking so much today. Is the anime one where you create your character? Help me out in chat, guys. I think it starts with a C. Anyway, I have that one and I still play it. But, like, that's got co-op, so, like, it's a lot easier. Code Vein. Yes, thank you, Code Vein. But I actually really like the atmosphere and the ambiance of that, so... It would be lit if Wulong did have some mythical characters. Well, he himself is a mythical character, is he not? Is Ghostly in the stream? Because he's in Discord and he's not on the stream, I think. I'm just kidding. Who cares? So yeah, guys, we will probably be back to doing streams like this again at some point soon. Like, I do miss it. I do enjoy just talking to you guys like this. It has been a while, so I probably will jump back into doing this again at some point soon. I am going to probably end it here just because, like, I was up all day and I need to go to bed. But I'm glad that I got to ring in the new year of 2023 with you guys. Hopefully we get a Soul Calibur 7 trailer this year. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to bring this video to an end. And as you know what I always say, guys, let's say it. Let's sound off and let's say it. Let's end the stream the right way, the Yoon-Fam way. How do we end this, guys? I love it. Thank you. And thank you.